Hello everybody, this is Arcady Rex with another product and toy review, and today we are going to be reviewing the NECA 1994 Godzilla, also known as the Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Spacegodzilla, and it's also just a standard 90s Godzilla. So, as you know, in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, this is some history behind it, Godzilla was ripped out of time and sent to the bottom of the ocean. Later, they found that Godzilla was still alive at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, that's very stretching it. And they blew up, I believe it was a nuclear sub, and it turned him into Godzilla. And this Godzilla is much larger than the original, apparently. Although the storyline broke when in Godzilla vs. Spacegodzilla, actually, when a theory of how Spacegodzilla came to be was that Biolante's cells went into space, and if you watch the Godzilla-thon by Cinemassacre, you would know what I'm talking about, or if you watch Space Godzilla. So the packaging's almost exactly the same as the 1984 NECA figure, except just the back. There's almost no difference. It is almost all the same. Now let's get to the figure. All right. Let's go to articulation. This figure is, a bit more articulated than the 84 figure. The tail swivels a lot more, and it is substantially longer. Although I believe the tail on the actual suit was represented a bit longer than this tail. So that's just one slight mistake. The head moves 360 degrees. And has a slight swivel spot in the top. Let me just get that in a bit closer. I feel like one thing that the 84 figure had was better head articulation, especially in the neck and the top of the head. But otherwise, this is a lot less stiff than the 84 figure. And it has extra arm articulation, a third joint right there. The arms rotate 360 degrees. The legs do not get in the way like in the 84 figure. The hands also open and close. And the legs will rotate 360 degrees. Pretty good. Ankles rotate, feet rotate, both of them. And one slight problem I think that I have with this figure is that the head is just a bit too small in comparison to the actual film. The spikes are very well done, and are made of the same material as the 84 figure, just a lot thicker. Detail on this guy, is pretty good. As I said, or may not because I may edit it differently, the head's just a bit too small in comparison, and the tail is a bit too short. But that's okay, because they had to fit in the box somehow. Detail, pretty good in comparison to the suit. I feel like the head is a little bit more accurate to the movie rather than the Monster Arts. I just feel the Monster Arts one's just a bit too flat. This is a little out of focus. Let me try to zoom out slightly. So, yeah, I just feel that the Monster Arts figure is just a bit too flat in the head, and this one works just slightly better, even though it's a bit too small. The mouth joint is a bit stiff and it sticks out funny, which is something I think the 84 figure works on a bit better, because the mouth joint is a different type. He does still have the teal sort of green splashes on the arms and legs, and even the toes are sort of like a grayish teal. But otherwise, this is very, very nicely detailed. The mouth is pretty good. There's the double rows of teeth and a well-sculpted tongue. Yeah, the eyes are also pretty good. One slight problem is that this half of the head's just slightly tilted a bit more. It's a little strange, but anyway, it's okay. Got waist movement, and yeah, the spine's very well detailed. I enjoy this figure quite a bit. For comparison and size, he is a 6-inch scaled figure, and let's get him right next to the Bandai Movie Monsters version. So here's a comparison. Obviously, the color scheme is a bit different. This is a glossy, sort of shiny figure with gray nails instead of yellow nails, which I'm not exactly sure. It's been a while since I've seen any of the films with this guy in it, so I'm not sure which one's more accurate. And since he did fight Spacegodzilla, let me just try to... And here he is, next to Spacegodzilla. Now, these Bandai Movie Monster series tags are a little bit smaller than the NECA figures, so yeah, this is going to be a bit not in scale, so just put them in scale with your regular Bandais. Here he is next to King Ghidorah. As everybody knows, this King Ghidorah is way out of proportion, but that's okay because it's just a toy. And here is the 84 NECA. Yeah, these he's never appeared in the same movie, but just for comparison, here they are. And I think this guy's head is a little more accurate to the size. Maybe his head's just a little bit too big, but yeah, this still is okay. So yeah, that's the 84 Godzilla. There you go. Bye, everybody.